Okay, so to get this video going, just to recap, in our last video we made our starting fund. We're going to use that money to buy our next piece of furniture. In this case, it's a dining table. What you're going to do is you're going to get on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, whatever works best in your area, and you're going to go through the furniture section. You're going to find you a piece of used furniture that needs repair, that needs work, or they're just looking to get rid of it. Now, I search mainly for dining tables or dressers. I don't do anything with chairs, no chairs. That's just too much work, not enough money. I would not recommend doing bed frames either because you really don't get as much money for those and they take up way more space, especially if you have to store it for a little while. Dressers and dining tables have been major money makers for me in my area, and I'm sure you'll have the same amount of success as well if you kind of do it the same style that I'm doing it, which is super easy. Let me slow down. Dressers and dining tables are going to be your money makers. They're the easiest to work on. They make the most money and they sell the quickest. Or, yeah, they sell quicker than any other furniture I've done. I've done bed frames, I've done chairs, I've done nightstands. I really would avoid those three. If you're going to get into this, the easiest things to fix and sell for the most amount of money are going to be dining tables with no chairs and dressers. Yeah, I had a brain fart there. Dressers. And so, we got this table that needs some repair. I'm going to show you the extent of the repair. I got this thing for dirt cheap. And we're about to make some money on it. There are two leaves to this dining table. See the legs? Very detailed legs. And here is the tabletop. And it is massive and heavy. But that's the top. It needs work, really not that much. And so here's really the extent of the repair. While this person got rid of this table for next to nothing, the extent of the repair is one of these legs has a crack in it. And that is such a simple fix for a woodworker. There's so much opportunity in this, you're not going to believe it. So the way that I'm going to fix this, you're going to break it completely off. You do not sand anything with furniture repair. If it broke, you do not sand it. You just glue it right back into place. Just to start the repair, we're going to finish that break like so. And you don't have to break it all the way off, but we're going to get it to where we can get glue all inside of this joint. We're going to glue it back down, leave it overnight, and we'll come back in the morning and we'll do the rest of the work for the table. This is the only repair that needs to happen. A lot of people don't know how to do this simple type of stuff, and this is where you can capitalize on it and make a lot of money. You're going to be surprised how much money we're going to sell this table for. One thing to keep in mind when doing furniture repair, something like this, you don't want to sand any of that. You want to kind of get that grime out. Not that big a deal, really. You don't want to sand it because if you sand it, it's not going to go back and be seamless once you glue it back up. So you just want to peel it back. Put some glue all in the area, glue it, then come back later and knock off the excess glue. So while we're doing this, just for your information so you know, I try not to spend more than $50 to $60 on a table for a flip, and I try not to spend more than 50 or 60 bucks on a dresser. If I spend more than that, then I'm not really going to make as much money as I would like to make on a flip. And another, I don't really like the way this is fitting up together. Another key piece of information, doing furniture flips, don't ever flip somebody else's furniture. I made that mistake. Somebody liked our work and gave us some furniture to flip for them. You will not make near as much money, and then you have to deal with a client. You don't have that creative freedom that you have if you just buy it outright. You make more money when you just buy it outright for cheap. Have way less stress. You don't have to deal with picky people. So, don't spend more than 50 or 60 bucks on each piece, and don't do anybody else's furniture. And you'll live a happy and blessed life. So to start off, you're just going to sand your piece. You don't have to sand it down to anything in particular. You really just want to etch that surface so that when you paint it, the paint will actually stick to it. Then you want to clean that surface off. Sometimes I use TSP to do that. Didn't really need to in this case. And so these are the legs, and they are really impressive. I love seeing detailed work like this. And I love antiquing it like this because it really makes those details and those curves and designs really pop off. And I cannot tell you how heavy this table was. It is heavy. It is some solid construction. The top, after looking at it, is actually MDF with a veneer top, which I believe made up for most of the weight. The frame is solid wood, but the top is MDF, and it's hefty. Okay, so this will be the 5th time I'm trying to explain this. I don't know how to explain it to where it makes sense, so I hope you can make some sense of this. This is a really good tip. To get a flat and uniform paint job with a roller nap, always lead with the metal part of the roller frame. Now what I mean by that is the direction that you're painting. If I'm going left to right, the metal part of the roller frame will be on the right side and the closed end of the roller nap will be on the left side. This gives you a uniform paint job. Everything comes out flat and you really have less that you have to do to make a flat surface, especially for a tabletop. The direction that you're painting, lead that direction with the metal part of your roller frame. And I hope that makes sense because that's the last time I'm going to try to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, so we have painted the table, we painted the legs, we did a flat black base coat and 2 coats of flat white. And now what we're going to do along all the edges, and I'm going to record it, what we're going to do is sand it. Very gently, we're going to sand it to bring out some of the black underneath coat and to bring out even some of the wood coat. I'm going to record that process. You really want to get along the edges, along any detailed surfaces, and what this is going to do is a technique called antiquing, and it sells super, super easy. When people see this, they buy it quickly, and that's why we're going to antique our flips. They sell quickly, they sell for a decent amount of money, and you can move on to the next project. And so this is just to give you a close-up of what you're going to do. It'll give you an idea of the type of sanding you're going to do. I have 150 grit on here, very lightly sanded. And you really want to make sure you get on the areas that look like they've been worn down. See how that black is coming through?
So awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so a couple of things. I know I said earlier that I try to limit tables at 60 bucks, and I really do, but this one was very unique, and I'm sure you saw that in the video. I got this table for $100. What I'm going to sell it for, are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to list it for $1,000. Now listen, hear me out. When you buy furniture, when you find furniture on Facebook Marketplace, make sure you research that furniture after you buy it. Because I was about to try to sell that table for 300 bucks, but that table brand new was $1,500. And it's not in excellent condition, but it's not in bad condition either. That table was in very good condition, especially with the repairs we made. I got it so cheap because the legs were cracked. I made that repair, and now I'm able to sell this piece of furniture for way more than I bought it for. And that gets us so close to our goal of $1,500 for that domino joiner. This happens way more often than you would think. What got us started in it is I bought a bedroom set. It was 2 dressers, a bed frame, and I think a couple of nightstands. And I gave this woman what she asked for, $160. And I wound up making almost $2,000 off of it because one of the dressers was a Bassett dresser. And it's a very big name in dressers. The dresser retailed for like $800 or $900 brand new. I was able to fix it just like I did here. The black undercoat, make any repairs, do a black primer coat and then white top coat, and then you sand it and you get those 3 tones of color, and people love that. It's very comfortable for a lot of people. A lot of people are in that market. And I was able to sell that dresser that I paid $60 for at the time. I sold it for $575. So this table, I paid $100. I made the repairs that it needed. I'm going to sell it for $1,000. Always, always, always look for any type of name that you can on the furniture you buy, because that might make you a lot of money or it might cost you a lot of money. So it goes without saying, this table obviously is unique. Now there are these round tables, and if you get on Marketplace, especially in America, I'm sure you'll find these very quickly. There's a lot of these oak tables that have the round top and the claw foot pedestal. I buy those all the time, and I'll buy them for 20, 25 bucks. I'll flip them real quick and sell them for 175, 200 bucks all day long. Get on Marketplace. Like I said, I really hope this pumps you up, because you can make a lot of money quick. And I especially do this when I don't have any custom work going on. When the work is slow for custom woodworking, I do this to keep that money incoming and keep that money flowing. And come on. I got a new tripod. I'm trying to figure it out. Go get a shirt. Look at the shirt. Wood equals money. Money equals tools. Tools equals hobby. Hobby equals less kids. Which is funny coming out of my mouth because I'm on kid number 5. We're about to have our 5th kid next week or the week after. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to have our 5th child. So this obviously, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't post a video last week. Actually, when I started this video, we caught the flu, and it went through our entire household, and I'm just now getting to the point where I could breathe and actually function. So thank you for your patience. I hope this video helps you. When this sells, I'm going to do our next video. Until we get to $1,500, we're going to keep flipping furniture like this, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to just make that money mindlessly. Quick breakdown. The table was $100. Flat Rust-Oleum paint. I used flat Rust-Oleum white and flat Rust-Oleum black. They were $16 per pint of paint. Okay, so that's 32 bucks. So 132 bucks. We are into this. We're going to make $1,000. We're going to sell this table for $1,000. What else? I needed to break down something else. I'm not really going to keep track of the expenses. There's not a lot of expense in it because a lot of the supplies I already have. I just had to buy the paint, and I still have paint left over. I'm not going to break down a lot of the expenses. When I sell it, I'm going to say we got $1,000. We're going to use some of that money to buy our next piece. This black and white paint scheme sells super well. I'm pretty sure wherever you're at, it'll sell well in your area too. It's comfortable for a lot of people. Don't go with a bold color. You're trying to make money quickly. Don't go with a bold color unless you want to hold on to this piece for a long time. A lot more people will buy this general neutral paint scheme rather than like a navy blue. This table looked really good with the black paint, but because I put the white paint, because we antiqued it, it's going to sell quicker, really for the same amount of money. So if you're going to do this, don't go with bold colors. If you want to sell it quickly and for good money, black, white, sand it to antique it, wax it, throw it on Marketplace. Stage it, throw it on Marketplace. And the formula, the pricing formula, it doesn't really apply here. You just sell it for as much money as you can get. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this video pumps you up to get out there and make money. We're about to make money. I have 3 hours into it. We're going to make $1,000. It's real easy work. even with the repairs you might have to do. As a woodworker, it really helps you to hone in some of those skills, especially when you get drawers and dressers that are kind of busted up. You get to fix those dresser drawers. You get to learn a few different things. You learn the anatomy of drawers, stuff like that. It's really helpful if you're a woodworker. One, obviously for the money, but two, to help those skills, to help build and develop those woodworking skills. And I can't say this enough. Do not do somebody else's furniture. You won't make as much money in it. You're going to deal with the headache of a picky person, and you're just going to want to give up. I've done that a few times. Don't do somebody else's furniture. Buy the furniture on Marketplace, flip it, sell it, buy another one, flip it, sell it, and you just keep that rolling. So get on Facebook Marketplace, get on Craigslist, go to yard sales, dressers, and tables. Comment below if you find something right off the bat. Let me know what you find. Let me know what you do to fix it. Let me know how much you sell it for. I want to hear success stories. I really want to get some success stories in the comments because this is super easy, especially for a woodworker to do. Good luck, and I will catch you on the next one.